Hello and good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Yo, did you get a haircut?
What do you think, buddy?
Wow, you look fresh and clean, huh?
Yeah, you look good, man.
Wow. There's nothing quite like an assistant compliment, you know? That's crazy. Thank you.
Yeah, super rare. Super
Thank you,
rare.
Lewis.
Hey, but when the assistant says something, bro, and compliments you, he means it.
It's true. It has weight. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, dude.
Very
because
seldom compliment, you know, like
usually it's some shit I can't even say on TV, you know?
bro, what kind of hoarder's mess you got behind you there? What's going on?
It's called having a girlfriend, dude. She just leaves her shit just everywhere. Part of my language, you know what I mean?
Wow,
But
she just throws her stuff
well,
everywhere.
but then, you know, like if I give her a spot in the closet, then it's too, you know what I mean?
Bro, are you wearing a kimono?
No, this is a robe, but I do have a kimono. I'll treat you to that next time, assistant. If you can help me out here,
I know,
pumping this shit up.
You get a lot of attention due to your swagger, man. But I want to emphasize you're probably the drippiest person on Sonic.
Damn.
I mean, what's the competition? You know what I mean? I mean, who else is doing it, bro?
Well, I know Aspen wears a poncho. That's pretty drip, honestly.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy. When I saw Aspen's dude, he's got more than one.
Oh,
when I saw the first one, I was knocked flat, bro. Yeah. Good looks out there. You know, we got to do something. Y'all, we'll see in Austria, dude. We'll have a drip off, dude.
You're coming? You're there, right?
Oh, look, I'll come, dude. I want to go to Austria so bad. Shit, I might not come back.
You're definitely coming for sure. I'll make sure you're there.
Okay, cool. I'm counting on it. I got something I want to get you guys' feelings on here real quick. What is this? How does this make you? Oh, wait, you guys can answer this. Never mind. I'll save that for later. I think your positions preclude you from looking at prices, but you can look at this. Sonic again, dude. I'm seeing above Polygon. What are you guys doing? How are you guys doing this? How are you guys cooking it up like this? It's just nonstop growth.
Well, look, I joined the call just now, just like impromptu. I'm actually like leaving my house in a couple minutes, but I just joined because I wanted to give like a more in-person recap of like how our week went, because like we had a really big week this week. So first, I'll start off with DAS, so Digital Asset Summit. So it's like a big institutional summit in New York, and like like all the biggest names in the industry are there. Like Michael Saylor was there, and basically every big shot. And look, like we've thrown a lot of events, but the turnout is usually not so strong because there's just so many other events, and it's not that there's a lack of interest in Sonic, generally speaking, or Fantom before, but it was just like there's just so many like side events, right? So you're competing with side events regardless of the project. Maybe someone is throwing a freaking axe throwing contest and it sounds more fun than, you know what I mean? Like it just depends. This one, I had a conversation with Andy from our events team. Luis helped out. We got some merch and stuff, and it was like, look, let's do this event. Let's aim for like 20 people. Let's book 35 people, because we always calculate like half of the people just literally don't show up. Bro, it was packed. Like every single person who RSVP'd showed up. So we had to do a little bit of musical chairs because it was a sit down lunch. But it was I wish I had more time to take pictures and like get video of the event, because it was honestly like the most rewarding experience I've had working at Sonic so far. I think that the people who are all there are ones that are actively a part of the ecosystem, and they're not just like random people trying to like sell you anything. Like we're currently doing business with these people, we'll be doing business with them in the future, or they're exploring actively doing something on Sonic. So I think I put a tweet. I'll just like reiterate the list. Hold on one second. Shit, where is it? Didn't I send? Oh, here you go. No, wait.
Yeah, you tweeted it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. Okay, this is the list of people. So we have Galaxy Digital, which is a massive fund, huge, multiple billions AUM. Shadow, Euler, Silo, Artemis, Token Terminal, Circle, Stargate, Layer Zero, Pith, Veda Labs, Gemini, Grayscale, Jigsaw, OKX, GSR, Chainlink, Jump Trading, and Coin Fund. And like all these people were super cool, really great conversations. And like I never been to a Sonic event that actually had like protocols of that stature or like applications or institutions of that stature. So it was really, really nice. And I think like the overall interest in, the points and just the chain, the tech stack. A lot of people really interested in getting involved in rings, which is like really cool.
Mhm.
Emotional side. So like Andre was there as well. Like it was myself, Sam, and Andre kind of holding down the fort. We had conversation. I
Whoa.
spoke nonstop for like 4 hours, so it was really, really, really good. The other thing I wanted to just mention was like USDC. Like, oh man, I've been wanting to tell people for so long, but obviously we have like NDAs and stuff.
Break one right now.
No, it's okay.
You can afford it.
USDC is public. The announcement is public now, so it's fine. But I mean, look, I also put out another tweet yesterday. It's semi heartfelt, but like, look, when I joined the team, and I think I speak for everyone on the entire Sonic team, it's like we lost a lot of trust from the multi-chain situation. Even though multi-chain wasn't, none of our tech was exposed, right? Like we didn't have an exploit ourselves, but because they were a partner, it just kind of snowballed, and we lost a lot of trust, not only from our own community, but from people just in the industry, partners, institutions, etc. And I think that like regaining that trust has been a priority of mine and the team's for so long. So obviously now there's around $260 million of USDC on the bridge. And then very soon it will upgrade. So like you won't even need to do any token swap, nothing. Circle takes over ownership of that contract, and all of that underlying USDC is now native USDC on Sonic. And it gives
Wow.
people like a very safe place. Like if there's market turmoil or uncertainty, like you can now rest assured that your USDC will be safe on Sonic because it will be the real one. It's not like not to say the current one is a fake one, but everyone knows that it's a bridged version. But like it is a major priority. Like it'll enable so much. Like, and if you're not familiar with like what having native USDC means, maybe you're just listening to this and you don't even know what's the difference between native and bridged, but I'll explain. Bridge USDC is you basically have a receipt token on Sonic, and the underlying USDC for that is in a contract on Ethereum. And that token is valued 1-to-1 because it's a receipt for the Ethereum version. But when it's native, there's no receipt. That token is USDC and is fully redeemable with circles. Like if you're an institution, you'll be able to mint USDC directly onto Sonic through like on ramps from Circle. Same thing for off ramp. And also just enables a lot more institutional adoption because let's say you have a protocol like Aave that's very trusted on Ethereum with billions of TVL with USDC. Now that USDC is going to be the same on Sonic. So it will allow us to like kind of already pass due diligence of a lot of large funds and institutions because they look into the token. They don't just use the bridge version. They want to make sure it's the native one. They want to make sure it has like the insurance from USDC that it's backed. They want to make sure that the protocols are, are they're familiar with the contract. So I think, having native USDC, like when that switch flips on and we have native USDC on Aave, that's like a big weight off my chest and all of our team. It's a major accomplishment for us. It's huge for enabling massive TVL on the chain.
Yeah, that's fucking massive, dude. Because now I don't have to, if I'm in a big institution, I have to worry about all these middlemen, right? I have literally just Circle, and I'm just transacting on the Sonic blockchain without having to do the notorious bridge problem, and also interacting with Aave directly. Can you name any specific partners or firms that are like ready now to hop on a Sonic because of this integration?
A lot of them. I mean, this is one of the things that we have a conversation about frequently is like, obviously it's a permissionless network, right? Like we can't tell who to do what. But if we do have the opportunity to work with funds, like it's their discretion whether or not they want to do anything on the chain. And we encourage them to kind of make that decision for themselves. We don't really force it on them. We more so present them the yielding. Like I spoke to a large fund this morning where I just send over and say, hey, Aave caps have been raised. Circle is becoming native USDC. And I don't, I'm not doing any side deals to bring TVL. I'm not begging them to do TVL. Like if they want to come, they want to come. So we give everyone just a fair shot. I think if you have a chain where you're trying to do like these deals to bring in more TVL, like I was speaking with Johan today on our team, and he had a really good quote, and I think that this really echoes like the kind of sentiment of Sonic DeFi right now, which is hold on, let me find it. He said hold on. I'd rather make a few thousand people life-changing money than just get TVL from a handful of whales. Because look, like if you get $1 billion in TVL, one whale can deposit that. Like one fund can deposit $1 billion TVL in Aave for sure. But who's going to make all the yield from that? It's just one guy.
Yeah.
Or one entity. If you have 5,000 people, 10,000 people putting all different sizes, it's way stronger network effect than just kind of facilitating like one whale just yielding and then leaving, right? The stickiness is so much stronger if you have a distributed amount of yield like that. So I think that's something to take into consideration. Like we could have went the route of other chains and onboarded like huge amounts of TVL in the beginning for any asset, BTC, ETH, whatever. But we opted to kind of have a pretty moderate approach towards that, and it's been working out.
So you guys are sticking with this angle of the people's chain, huh?
I'm like, I like to have like TVL as a metric as much as I hate it, and I think that it means nothing. I think that it does mean something in terms of like the narrative, because it's like the big shiny number that people talk about. Like a Berachain is a really great example. Like nothing against Berachain at all, but I'm just saying like they had a really high TVL in the beginning, so it attracts a lot of people because like, wow, do you see how much TVL they were able to get? And that applies to more than Berachain actually. Like let's be fair, like Zirkit was another one. Blast was another one. Like they get these huge injections of TVL, but all it takes is that one person to just want to leave, and then they just take everything with them. Like it comes down to, would you rather have a centralized liquidity source, or would you rather have it distributed through a few thousand people where they're all having different like human interactions with the chain and their own sentiment, rather than just get rugged and 1 billion exiting in TVL quickly, because that's what happened on like Blast and all these other chains.
Yeah, no, I mean that makes a lot of sense. You'd rather have it be, what is the thing? It's like this is a fascist line, I guess. I'm gonna be a little freaky here, but like a bundle of sticks, like one stick is kind of easy to break, but like 1,000 sticks together, a lot harder to break. It's a more resilient system.
I mean, if you're willing to, I think a big part of that is just identifying it, because it's tempting, right? Like if you're a chain and you know that people really care about TVL as far as narrative, and you're talking to someone and they're like, yeah, like we'll deposit $1 billion in TVL or 500 million or whatever. Like you're just tempted to be like, yeah, like let's do it. Because it sounds good in the moment. But I just think that like, and we've had those conversations like for sure. And in all fairness, Andre has always like kind of said like try and stay away from those, because those people are just like liquidity locusts, which is true. But in the beginning we did enable it a little bit. Like we'll be modifying the points campaign like as the points kind of goes along, to make sure that it just reflects like the most important conversation I had at Digital Asset Summit with some of the like partners and people on the chain is like, it's very simple. If you have transparency with your partners and you're having like candid conversations, you can have the best ecosystem. So if someone is coming and like the plan that you're doing, like let's say we onboarded someone for points, we whitelisted them for points or whatever, and it's just changing, like maybe it's just not working as well as you had thought. Like there's no way to know how effective it is. Like I think that the foundation, like Sonic Labs, has the responsibility, because there is an inflation through governance for the airdrop. We have the like fiduciary responsibility to make sure that the airdrop is as capital efficient and as effective as possible. Like not just giving out points to anyone for any reason. There is like valid reasoning why. And a lot of people ask that about X33 and Shadow. Like, why does the one DEX have? We plan to add more DEXs in the future, but like we wanted to try it out first. And I think that like there's no denying that a VE33, like a liquidity hub for the chain, is very beneficial. I think we see it, like the volumes on Shadow and the fees is insane. So like, yeah, everything is a work in progress. Everything is subject to change. You know, if we make a deal with someone, like, not to say that we back out of the deal, but like if we notice that it's not working as well, we're not going to continue to waste the cash. We're not going to continue to dilute the holders of the S token through an airdrop for something that's just not working.
Yeah. I kind of appreciate that flexibility because a lot of people kind of get exploded by sticking to these kinds of commitments, and a lot of people kind of seem to get this feeling that they're being rugged over something like that.
I hate that. Yeah, it's easy to say that you're being rugged because like everyone, first of all, everything is a rug, right? Like everyone fucking claims everything is a rug.
But the simple fact of the matter is no blockchain company is fucking JP Morgan or the Federal Reserve or whatever, where they have
they change stuff like crazy.
Yeah, even they change stuff because they have to, right? The world is changing around us all the time. We have to respond. But this is even more uncharted territory, right?
Well, for us, it's like, think of it like, I mean, I hate to use this as an example, but if you're using like the US government as an example, it's the same concept of like they inflate the US dollar. And if you feel like you're in your everyday life, if you're an American and like you're not, you know, there's inflation and then the costs are going up and everything is, you're not having a good user experience, then like you're going to want it to, like you're going to want to make sure that the money that you're spending for your taxes is like efficiently used, right? Like, so if you're seeing it happen in the government now, I guess, like through like efficiency and like government spending cutting back, it's the same exact concept. Like if we're allocating a budget for some type of incentive and the incentive just isn't working, and the ROI, which is, you know, measured in like a lot of different things on our end, it's not only like financial ROI, but also sentiment, narrative, and partnerships. But if it's just not there, then we just need to move on from it. And if it means that a partner or like someone who's building on the ecosystem gets mad at us, like we'll try and do it so that it's not like an overnight rug. You know, it's not like, hey, we're cutting everything tomorrow. We'll give them a heads up and give them a reason why, like, hey, this isn't working as well as we thought. We have the responsibility to make sure that the inflation that we've introduced to the ecosystem is as capital efficient as possible, and that like we get the most out of our bang, like the most bang for our buck out of dilution. And we're the ones ultimately who need to report back to the community about being like responsible in terms of spending. Like those applications, they could come, do what they want, and then vanish and never be involved in the ecosystem again. Like you don't know. But like us, we have to stick around. So we have to be somewhat accountable to all these, to all the token holders to make sure that it's used properly.
Right on. Well, I'm glad you guys are taking this kind of approach. I feel like you're communicating it much more effectively than I've usually heard it communicated, in that, you know, you guys have stakeholders, right? And so you're trying to balance the interests of all these stakeholders, and favoring the ones that have the longest term value, right? Which would be like the general usership, the general chain's operation. That makes perfect sense. Now, if we go back to the native USDC, we were just talking about how big institutions really love it because they can mint it directly onto the chain. They got access to Aave now. What does this mean for me, the small guy, you know, the small fry?
Yeah, actually, if you saw the announcement, it also comes with CCTP v2. So CCTP v2 is like just a more efficient bridging solution for USDC. I think like onboarding stables to a chain is super important. So if you're able to bridge stables like not only fast but like really cheap, technically, I mean, if you think about it from a technical point of view here, if you have USDC on Sonic, right, and then you have USDC on Ethereum, technically it's just like a balance transfer on the circle's end, right? Like they're taking the dollar from one pocket and putting it into a different pocket. It costs them nothing to do, like on the back end. So I think that like that's why they usually have like really good rates. I think they're about to get even better. So like it'll mean that you'll be able to bridge from other chains that have native USDC for very low cost. I mean, aside from the gas, but like the actual cost, pretty sure is like pretty low. That's huge because normally right now, the only way for you to get USDC on Sonic is through a bridge, and it's expensive if you're moving a small amount. Like let's say you are an everyday user and you're doing very small transactions, you have to do approvals and claims on Ethereum. So it's costly. But let's say now you want to bridge from another low cost chain like Arbitrum, you want to bridge USDC, you could just move native USDC to native USDC like very cheap and have zero interaction with our bridge. Like even the back end, there will be no arbitrage on the bridge because it's native. There is no need.
Yankee wants to know, will Circle get VM on all USDC transactions on Sonic?
Yes.
No way, dude. That's crazy. The rich get richer.
I mean, it
just
doesn't
smooths
work
things
like
out.
it doesn't work like that actually. It works like there's a call like, and Andre talks about this all the time. Like running an L1 it's fucking expensive. Like it's super expensive. So I think that the most important thing to understand is that we're not paying them. Like the FEM that they're earning is like kind of deducted from like what the cost is. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not a bonus in this case.
It's a rebate kind of thing.
It's
right?
kind of like a rebate for them because like we basically have a contract with them just like every other chain. And in that contract, you know, it's whatever the specifics are. I can't really dive into it, but yeah, there's costs associated and this helps with the costs. So it's not a significant amount. I think we did the math. They maybe made like a few $1,000s. It's super cheap to move USDC. Like,
yeah, we already talked. It's extremely cheap. So this is kind of painting a picture for me now. You know, I know you said you had to go, but you got to answer this question for me. So it sounds like, you know, USDC is cheaper. USDC is super safe. It's a lot easier to get it in and out of the network now. You got Aave lending protocol. You got Silo. You got these awesome lending protocols. Are we moving closer to Sonic just completely replacing my need for a bank, dude? I don't even need a debit card anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you're in the US.
Wait, hold on. I can't use in the US, right?
Yeah, there will be a US version though, like within the next few months. Red.Pay. Also, I mean, if anyone has looked into it, Red.Pay is us additionally a massive partner with Circle. Red.Pay does over $5 million of transactions a day in all crypto, which I think is a lot personally. Like I wish I was able to invest in them. I've been talking to them forever and they just raised $40 million. Yeah, they're pretty serious. They're based in Hong Kong. We talk to them all the time. I've met them in real life. They're really good people. And a lot of people ask, by the way, like, oh, there's a Red.Pay app on the App Store. Like, so let me explain to you. Red.Pay app in the App Store, just to give people a little context, Red.Pay app in the App Store is a different entity. It's like a Hong Kong entity that's kind of governed by Hong Kong rules and Hong Kong Financial Authority. So it's a little bit harder to get new assets. That's why they only have like BTC, ETH, USDC, USDT. To add new chains and assets is like a really lengthy process. So we went another route, which was like through a Singaporean entity that they have, where you can kind of do white labeled solution. So that's why we're able to have USDC even now. Like even now, they're willing to accept bridge USDC because they audited the bridge. They looked at everything and they were comfortable with essentially honoring that version of USDC. But yeah, I think that we'll start to see a lot of people using USDC. In my eyes, obviously, like every chain, like we would love for USDC to replace USDT on Tron and use USDC on Sonic. Like that would be amazing. But people are starting to realize like more and more how fast a chain is. And, you know, just a side note, there's a lot of fast chains, of course, but like Sonic is the fastest layer one. Like you can have really fast L2. It's not hard. Yeah, even if you have a really fast L2, just don't forget you need to wait for the settlement on Ethereum.
Yeah, and it takes a little while. I saw a little beef about this. Some no-name chain was talking about this. But yeah, I mean, what's that?
Speed?
Yeah, it's not called Speed Chain.
No. I know
we're talking about the Speed. Yeah,
it's not even worth mentioning them because no one even knows who they are. So it's just like a marketing, like it's just a marketing thing. I think.
Yeah, they were just doing some marketing. I get it. You always see people say this. The only metrics that matter are the metrics that are good for your chain. Is how people usually talk about it. But
yeah, I mean, even the metrics that are out there are just so. They're so embellished. Everyone, I don't like to say that like we embellish because we don't. Like we're pretty truthful with all this stuff, but like it is really hard playing field when like you're trying to be an honest project and then everyone else is just embellishing. It's like it's not fair. So I mean, you're gonna keep seeing it. You're gonna keep seeing projects just like make really bold claims and all this stuff. But look, I think that in the future, like when I say future, I mean even within the next 6 months, like there'll be a ton of fast EVM chains. But I think that the things that set us apart are like fee subsidy, fee monetization, account abstraction, those types of things. And then on top of that is also just like the team. Like I cannot emphasize like it might sound like I'm just shilling the team, like what, because I do post about the team a lot, but like the team on Sonic is really good. Like it's just beyond being good in terms of like technical skill, like the tech,
Mhm.
they're just good people. And like we all take a lot of pride in the work and we all work really hard. We all have seen like the downfall of like multi-chain and the destruction that it caused. And like we just want to make it better. So I think if you're a project like Euler, like Euler's a great example, like Redemption Arc, like they got hacked and they just went to zero and then like they're at all-time high TVL now.
Mhm.
So like if we can embody that spirit and just keep things moving and just like keep pushing, keep pushing, that's how you become like a top 20, top 15 chain. It's not by taking shortcuts, it's by just like grinding it out, building a good team, and just sticking to the fundamentals.
That's right, dude. Just sticking to the fundamentals, building a good business. At the end of the day, this is all business, you know?
Yeah.
You like to cut corners, but it really just takes time, grinding, working hard. We said this Fallout Zone in a few months, I guess. I don't know. Maybe in time for Christmas.
For
Debit
what?
card for a Sonic debit card in America.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they're working. I mean, let me just reiterate, like we don't operate the card, right? Like
Mhm.
we have a partner. So like if you have a technical support question, like we can't really help you. We will just you just kind of email them type of deal. But like from the communication that I've had with them, it's like the US is next. They're already having conversations with US Visa. Because every like US Visa is very different from every country has different visa.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Well,
have you tried it? Have you been able to, get a European friend, something? Maybe your girlfriend's from like Germany or something.
no. You have to probably provide proof of identity too, right? Like, it can't be like I'm literally just in
No,
like,
you got a KYC, yeah, for sure.
yeah. I'll ask a European to do it for me and buy me
Hey,
some schnitzel or
whoa,
whatever.
hey, oh, yeah, yeah. Look, I think that look, when you're in
The
Vienna,
Austrian dancers, I'll get them all on board. The Austrian dancers.
that sounds like a SBF with the Thai prostitutes or whatever, right?
Wait, SBF was hiring Thai prostitutes?
You didn't know that?
No, he didn't seem like a guy that would have hire prostitutes. He seems like asexual.
No, no, no. If you just Google it, just Google SBF Thai prostitutes. It says FTX tried a lawyer, Thai prostitutes, and finally a bribe to get funds unlocked. So basically, they had funds unlocked in like some weird exchanges in like
Uh-huh.
Southeast Asia. So they just had like Thai prostitutes KYC to like get the funds back.
Oh shit! I thought you were like saying you like literally hire them to like have sex with, but no, he's doing my exact scheme of
Yeah, I know he's doing the
onboarding them.
KYC scheme. Yeah, exactly, exactly.
That's funny as hell, dude. See, look, great minds think alike. Except, I'm not going to go to prison because I don't
You're
have
not
any.
with Diddy. You're not with Diddy,
Yeah, I'm not with Diddy. He said that Diddy is taking care of him in prison though. So
bro. That was very, very. He smirked a little bit too much when I like the whole Diddy segment. He was very
yeah.
like, but you know what? I guess like I hate to pivot here, but I do like talking a little bit about pop culture. I think I hate only talking about crypto. It like makes my brain dead.
Mhm.
But it probably feels good if you're in prison and you're like a celebrity to see like another celebrity coming and you're like, all right, I'm not the only one who's fucked up.
Yeah, like you're not going to be the only
Target.
target. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. But how
you
do you
know.
think it would like walk me through it? What do you think the comparison of like when CZ was in jail versus like SBF? Like, how do you think the treatment is there? Because I know CZ was giving like tips to people like on like buying Chainlink and stuff.
I
Apparently.
feel like CZ is a bit more charismatic than SBF. He's like a lot more like a guy you can like talk to. I feel like SBF kind of
He's in his own world, huh?
yeah, he gotta had to been like isolated or something. I doubt he made a lot of friends because he
I
seems
heard
just
that he got solitary confinement after that interview. Did you hear that?
yeah because he did it illegally. He
How
like
is that possible?
smuggled the phone in.
No, it wasn't a phone, bro. It was like it was definitely like a laptop or something. But how were they able to facilitate a Tucker Carlson interview and not get it? Like, how did no one knew that this was happening?
use some Thai prostitutes and bribes, maybe. I don't know. Like,
I don't believe any of this stuff. It's so wild.
I've never been on the inside. Fallout Zone said he used his computer time, but that seems like an easy thing to block.
Why does this computer have an HD camera? I thought they had all those like. I watched it. Oh, you like hip hop, but I saw a video. Did you see that video of Trey Songz? Not Trey Songz. What's his name? The guy who shot Megan Stallion in the foot.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I know you're talking about, but I forget his name. He's another R&B guy, right?
Hold on, no.
He shot her in the foot, dude. Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez. Did you see that he was doing a video? Like he was like rapping on like a jail video, and then like a guy got like there was a fight broke out behind him. That's the quality jail camera I was expecting. I wasn't expecting a 4K SBF interview. This guy's his like rap freestyle video was so blurry. Let me see if I can find it. Tory.
I don't know. Sometimes you see some prison videos that are really too high quality. I saw one where this guy was talking about, he's like, I got to get out of here. I just saw a guy stab another guy in the chest and say, that's how you kill someone.
What?
Yeah. Jail's scary, bro. I don't want to go there. They have iPads in prison nowadays.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's not that bad after all. See, Martha Stewart started a trend back in the day when she was like living lavishly.
I'm a big fan of Martha Stewart, dude.
I've met her.
That's awesome, dude.
I'll give you a good story about Martha Stewart actually before I leave.
Mm-hmm.
I was flying one time to Dubai, and I was getting on the plane, and literally, like, you know, when you like are about to step onto the plane, like when you're on that like connecting thing, and I got like a tap on my shoulder, and I turn around, and it's fucking Martha Stewart, and I was like, I was like, hi. And she's like, I just really wanted to tell you, I really like your pants. And I was like,
what?
I almost had a seizure. I was like, holy shit. I was wearing flowered pajamas because like I was going on a long flight. So I like wore pajamas. And yeah, anyway, that's like the highlight of my life.
That's crazy.
I got a floral pattern compliment from Martha Stewart on an Emirates flight.
That's crazy that Martha Stewart would co-sign your pajama pants, dude. That's
what
nuts.
I'm saying. I can never throw those out ever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what was she wearing? Was she in pajamas too?
Dude,
He blacked out.
I fucking blacked out, man. It was just amazing. I try to like, you know, have another conversation later, but she was far in the first class, and I was like not even in that same region of the airplane. So
yeah, she was in a suite probably or something.
Yeah,
exactly. You didn't even get any stock tips out of her. What a shame.
She probably needs crypto tips.
Oh yeah, she probably would be hot on them, dude. She'll teach you how to properly cook a lobster, and you can teach her how to properly, I don't know, farm.
Yeah,
farm Shadow.
How to get X33 on Shadow, and you know, farm a vault on Metropolis.
Yeah. Well, speaking of pop culture, I know you got to go, but real quick, I want you to. I see these photos of Andre sometimes. I'm concerned about him. I don't know if you've seen this, but I'd love for you to get him on something like this, some kind of daily plan like this.
Yo, I watched his video. Is this real?
He probably is just doing this just for the video, right? Like he doesn't do this every day. Waking him at 3:45 a.m. is the stupidest shit in the world, unless you are a Navy SEAL.
This is 1,000,000% Miami, by the way. You could just tell.
Oh yeah, well, because it's like all fake and shit.
No, just like that balcony he was on looked like he was in Brickell in Miami.
Yeah,
and the man wearing a female Van Cleef bracelet is just very.
This thing about them shoving their faces in the ice water. I've noticed this in a lot of these. This is like a new thing.
Should we be doing that? Should I like dox and like we doing calls like that?
Yeah, let's start doing that, dude. I think it impresses people somehow. I don't know what the point is. It probably feels good.
I mean, it's like a poor man's ice bath, I guess. Just put your head in a popcorn bowl.
Dude, look at this guy, bro.
His traps are huge.
Like, what is he doing, bro?
Who's recording this? Is he doing this himself?
Yeah, he's going out and setting up the little tripod, click and record.
He has a watch. Wait. Go back.
This part's crazy.
Wait. Rewind.
Huh?
Play.
Okay, here.
Pause it when he gets out of the shower. When he gets the towel. Hold on, wait. When he gets the towel. Wait, a little more. He's wearing a watch.
Yeah, dude.
He's wearing his Rolex.
He just set up
in
that
the
shot. Look
shower.
at this, dude. I've never seen anyone do this before. He
The
rubs the
banana peel on
banana
his
on
face?
his face. What is the point of that?
Bro, you know what? This is like one of those like Miami crypto traders like made money off one NFT and has like a Lamborghini with like I buy NFT license plate or something.
Oh yeah. Well, this is literally what you were talking about here too. Is right before this important meeting, which if you can't hear him, he says, "No, we need to get that number up to 10,000."
So looking at it, bro, we got to go ahead and get in at least 10,000.
He takes one call at 9 o'clock.
The turkey bacon. Who is making this food?
And this water. I'm sure he's
He's
selling this
putting
water.
hot honey on turkey bacon on his eggs.
Yeah, on everything, dude. So yeah, I'm gonna need you to get Andre on this so he can take care of himself so we can keep him around.
I'll hammer down on that. Don't worry.
Something like that. I would honestly, I think that would be an incredible marketing video if you could get Andre's morning routine. He wakes up at 3 a.m. and
what if under that black hoodie is just shredded like that?
he could be. I don't know. I imagine he wakes up at 3 a.m. and smokes 5 cigarettes, and then I don't know, goes back to sleep.
Yeah, probably packs his like lip full of 100 zins.
Oh yeah, dude.
Maybe Andre's like a huge zinaholic. Who knows?
He's a mysterious guy. I know very little about him other than he watches bad anime. And
The only thing I know about Andre is that his wardrobe it's only black clothing.
that's why I trust him, dude.
Black hoodie, black pants, black shoes.
I want to buy him a gift. I'll buy him the new Yeezy, the black on black Yeezys. You think
Whoa, slow. All right, I gotta go. Once the Yeezy gets brought up on a call, I gotta run.
Oh, I get it. I understand. But oh wait, I got something else we got to cover here. I mean, feel free to hop off if you got to run. I feel bad because
you're on here by yourself, bro. You're just solo dolo.
Yeah, I mean, we got to wrap this
give
up.
you time for one more question. Let's hear it.
Well, it's not really a question. I got to do this. I promised Louis to do this. Unfortunately, I had to go because of time constraints. But he has an excellent thread on 9 easy things to do on Sonic. Have you seen this?
I have not. I should be retweeting this.
Yeah, this is a great
number one. Hold S. Yes.
Yeah, this is a really great, I guess, like onboarding document. Like, when you come on a chain, a lot of people don't know if you're a DeFi, if you never experienced DeFi before, never used it before. There's like excellent because it kind of just lays out everything you can do. So number one, hold S. And he provides like a bunch of bridging options, like D-Bridge, Rhino, Magpie, buy an NFT on PaintSwap. The hell yeah! What do you think about NFTs, Sis? Do you think they're coming back in a big way?
I like them when it's like when it's an obvious community play. I like it, but when it's just like, I mean, I think I saw today Samsung or LG is like winding down their NFT platform. Did you see that?
No, but I didn't even know they had one. It's kind of silly that they ever did.
That was it for me. Here, yeah. I'll actually forward it to you on Telegram. Hold on.
I saw Reddit. I think wound down their NFT thing too.
I mean, a lot of these people build the NFT stuff on Polygon, and Polygon is kind of dying a little bit just in terms of just like chaos lately. So, actually, you know what? I don't want to get clipped on that. So, Polygon is great.
Polygon is recovering. It's doing great. It's getting better every single day, except it dies.
LG to shut down NFT platform, joining a wave of closures in the sector.
Wow. Yeah. It's crazy, dude. Starbucks is going to close down theirs next.
Probably.
Yeah, I agree. Community play. And then sometimes I think they're pretty, I mean, the VE NFTs are obviously pretty useful. I like them when they're kind of like,
financial NFTs and artistic NFTs are different, but I like the VEs. I definitely like that.
Yeah, I think an NFT is still a pretty useful thing. So don't just go buying them like crazy. If you're buying an NFT, be sure to buy one that if you just like the art, just because you just like the art or whatever.
Yeah, I mean the community stuff too is like, it's like if it's the same concept as like if you're a kid in school and everyone has like that fresh pair of Air Forces and then you want to get a pair because everyone else has like Air Forces. I get it. It's the same thing with like Sonic and a derp. Like if you see someone having a derp, you're like, I want a derp. Go buy one if you want. But I don't want to like think too deep into it. Like this is I don't think it's like a life-changing decision as people like thought it was last cycle. I think it's like if you like something and it's a reasonable price where you can afford to buy it, you're buying it. But don't buy anything in general where you expect to make 100x on something. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, stick to lottery tickets if that's what you're gonna do. You know,
Did you see there's a report on that the odds of winning the lottery are higher than getting making money on a pump fund token or something? Somebody crunched all
I
the
can
numbers.
believe it. Well, it depends on which side of the pump fund thing you are on, right? Like, I saw
Well,
something that pump fund's numbers have dropped like insane. I think like they were having like hundreds of tokens graduate a day, and now they have none.
yeah, well, they were making $3 million a day before. Now, I think if you go to the fees, they're making. I'll tell you right
20
now.
bucks.
No, it's probably still high, but it's definitely not what it was. Oh, it's way lower. It's $1 million. It's $1 million a day.
Oh, it's only $1 million a day.
Their net all-time fee is $545 million, so they're fine.
Damn, dude. Yeah, I
But
mean,
it's low.
if I were them, you know what I would do? I would say, all right, pump fund, it was fun. Now to move on to something completely different.
They have their own AMM now for the fees. That's it.
Yeah, I saw that. They completely drained, what was it? Radium? Radium.
They should have done that a long time ago. Like once they made the first like $20 million, the obvious move would have been like, let's just make our own AMM, because technically on the AMM they could have made double. So like if you look at Radium, if they made $500 million in fees, they made $500 million on Radium too. It's like 1-to-1.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a good point. They would have made.
They could have doubled down. All right, bro. I gotta run, but it was nice catching up. Good luck. Have fun.
Thanks, assistant. You take care, bud.
Yeah.
Keep building the network, bro. All right. Now let's continue through this thread. For any of you newbies out there, let me know in the chat if you want me to dive in more in depth, maybe tutorial wise on any of these. But next step, other than buying NFTs, you can swap your S for a liquid staking token. This will help you get that point bonus as well as any value accrual that will happen for staking, and then any price appreciation that might also occur, or depreciation, but that hopefully that's being offset by the yield. So liquid staking lets you stake your tokens while staying liquid. So you swap S for stake beats or origin token or angles. See, Lewis is great about this because he's provided all these options for you. It can't be any simpler. He tells you exactly what you can do, why you would do it, and where you go to do it. He also introduces this idea of going to Spectra with your LSTs and choosing a fixed rate position, deposit your OS for more yield. Something I got to look into a little bit more. Depositing USDC on Silo. We mentioned this a little bit earlier in the show, but Silo, of course, is a lending app that you can kind of think of it as like a little bank account. Like you can deposit your USDC there and earn yield on it, just like you would in a bank account. But then you can also borrow against that asset if you need like a loan. So, or if you're trying to do something a little crazy. Additionally, you gain airdrop points. You're going to get airdrop points for pretty much all this stuff. So you should at least try it all a little bit, like at once. Why not? Finally, there's a little bit more, but you can provide single-sided liquidity on SwapX, swap tokens on Shadow, which you should be familiar with. We talk about it all the time on the show. Deposit on Rings to get CSUSD, where you can earn 5.5% APY. So I haven't seen this on Rings. I haven't seen the APY yet, but I believe Lewis here. 5.5% seems about right. You could also stake your S on MySonic for 5.5%. Seems like 5.5 is the standard market rate for S, it seems like right now. Although I guess on Rings, you're staking USDC and earning 5% on that. Or on MySonic, you're getting 5.5% on your S. So really kind of depends more on your risk profile here. And finally, bonus boost on Magpie. You saw us last week. Luis showed us how to do this, how to get those bonus eggs off of Magpie by filling bounties. It's pretty fun stuff. How they gamified it. I kind of like the UI. But yeah, it's something to definitely check out, guys. Again, if you're asking questions, how do I earn points? How do I get airdrop points? What do I do on Sonic? This is a great thread. I posted it in the reply to our stream. And I've also retweeted it on my account. So go ahead and check it out. It'll change your life, dude. It'll level you up if you're a freaking total newbie. Or maybe even if you're not a total newbie, but it kind of gives you a good lay of the land. Now, what else do I have in here? I saw this. There's a Sonic Labs live ecosystem roundtable with blockmates where you'll see a lot of people we've had on the show. And, it'd be a great opportunity to check this out, show your support, just learn what's going on. Monday, March 24th, noon UTC. That's on Monday. That's coming Monday. They got Daniele. They got the Pendle team. They got 24 himself. and they've got the Paladin guy. The Paladin guy, that's what I call him. And Figme. Okay, these names, what? Come on. Is that your Christian name? I don't think so. But no, it should be pretty good. I'm definitely going to tune in, see what I might have missed. And then finally, let's see. We talked about the Sonic Labs pay. I think that's about it. Oh, there was something else the assistant talked about. Maybe I should have asked him about this while he was on. But he mentions that you can supply USDC on Aave now and are 8% plus APR and Sonic points. So I was like, this is unbelievable. 8% on USDC and I get points. What's the deal here? So when you go here to Aave, you check out the Sonic market, you can see like, oh, here it is, 8%, 8%. But it's obviously different. Like, what is this being paid out in? It's being paid out in Sonic. If you click this link here, it'll explain like where these points are coming from and why, the merit program. And then you can go here to learn more, right? Well, there's a government's forum post. We're not going to read all this. We're actually just going to look at the board. So you can see here, like on Sonic, right? The only Sonic option here, supply USDCE, 8.3%, the fattest one on the list. Definitely something I'm going to be checking in. Just tuning in. Thoughts on the sheep? I feel like this is some marketing ploy. I don't know. Yeah, so you just lend USDC and you get some Sonic rewarded. So definitely something. Aave wrap Sonic. So another thing to check out here. Opportunities are blooming like a field of flowers right now. It's spring. It's crazy right now. It's the spring of DeFi on Sonic. So if you guys aren't, checking your yields daily, you might be freaking missing out, dude. It's kind of stressful. But at least check weekly because things are constantly, new opportunities are constantly coming up. Something I've definitely been focusing on a lot more recently is trying to find the best place to park my USDC because the market's been so shaky. So I'm definitely excited to see this specifically from Aave. I wanted to ask, let me know in the chat before we sign off here. I'm going to sign off right after I ask this question. Just reply on the YouTube comment section or on the X. Would you eat the pickle pizza? Will you eat the pickle pizza? And if you will, let me know. And if you won't, also let me know. This is important market research I'm conducting on behalf of the Sonic Labs Foundation that contracted me to do this. We got to figure out how many people in the audience will eat the pickle pizza. So let us know. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us on today's stream. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. I sure did. It was a great chat with the assistant. Tuesday, we're going to have the show again. It should be back to normal. We're going to have Drac and me tag teaming this thing. And then next Friday, again, we'll have Luis back for another tutorial session. So, guys, thank you so much for joining. Peace out, Sonic Gang. Till next time.
GM Sonic is Corval and Dracula Presley. GM.